The New York Knicks still don't have a backup power forward behind Julius Randle heading into next season, and they could be looking at a Western Conference team to help fill that gap. We're going to break down who the New York Knicks could potentially add to fill the backup power forward position heading into next season. We're going to break down all of this and so much more today. Let's get started. Could the New York Knicks add Davis Bertans to the New York Knicks roster heading into next season? Well, if you're looking and following Sports Illustrated, that's exactly what they think is going to happen. As we head into the upcoming 2023-2024 season, teams around the league are keeping their eye on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Several players over the 15-man roster limit. There will be quite a few quality players cut or traded ahead of opening night. Sports Illustrated continues, as such, this could be an opportunity for opposing teams to capitalize on key pieces to add depth to their respective rosters. While several of the potential cut candidates could be traded rather than waived, the only player that doesn't fit the mold is Davis Bertans. Given the size of the current contract, teams likely won't be willing to trade for him. This was further proven when the Dallas Mavericks allowed Oklahoma City to jump 2 spots in the 2023 NBA draft just for taking on his contract. Now that means a lot because Oklahoma City does have a lot of key pieces that they have over their roster limit. So they're going to have to either buy these players out or trade them. And the fact that OKC kind of was given Davis Bertans as a giveaway by the Mavs kind of speaks to the point that they're likely going to buy him out and let him test out free agency. Now, don't get it wrong. If Bertans is available, you're not going to trade for him. So OKC is right to buy him out if possible. You basically got him for nothing like I basically stated. So why not buy him out and let him see what he can do on the open market in free agency? Because at the end of the day, that looks good from around the league in that perspective. But you also have so many other players over the roster. Don't you want to prioritize some of those players, especially the youth, before you look at David Bertans as somebody you want to keep on the roster? It just makes sense for all parties for OKC to buy him out. And that's essentially what Sports Illustrated said too. Because Sports Illustrated stated here, with that in mind, if Bertans does end up getting bought out by the Thunder, many teams should be interested, especially if they can sign him to a cheap free agency deal. He provides a ton of value as a shooter. He absolutely does. A backup 4 shooting like this, Bertans adds the shooting that any team would love to have, especially if he's coming off of your bench. So don't get it twisted. If the New York Knicks could add him, they absolutely would. And a lot of people don't understand exactly what Davis Bertans gives you. Well, here's a glimpse of that. 39% from 3, 43.3% from the field goal, 4.6 points, 1.2 rebounds, 0.5 assists with a true shooting of 61.8%. I don't know about you, but that little spark off the bench, especially shooting 39% from 3, I'll take it any day of the week. Especially on the New York Knicks, he's likely not going to see the same attention. Those threes are going to be more open. That percentage is going to go up higher, and he's likely going to contribute higher to a team that needs him. The New York Knicks need a backup 4. We need more shooting. We definitely need somebody who can shoot the 3. He fits us. He fits us for what we need right now. And he doesn't need to play a lot of minutes to be effective. And that's essentially what we need. Because behind Randle, this guy's not going to get maybe 12 at most minutes. So if that's the case, let's sign him. Let's get him. We need a player like this. Now, I know he's not available right now, and I'm not advocating for the New York Knicks to trade for him because that's asinine. You don't trade for a player like this. But if, and in my opinion, when OKC buys him out, a lot of teams are going to be looking at him and trying to get his services. You don't believe me? Well, Sports Illustrated has us covered for this too. According to Sports Illustrated, More than likely, the teams that would be looking to sign him as a free agent would be contenders. The Los Angeles Lakers, the Golden State Warriors, and the New York Knicks, among others, will be looking to add depth, especially a shooter that stands at 6'10" like Bertans. While he can be a liability on defense, and that is something to note, especially under Tom Thibodeau, he's a career 39.8% shooter from deep and has positional size. That shooting for his career from deep, not to mention that last season he basically shot his career average at 39%, tells me all I need to know. If OKC buys him out and he's available for cheap on the open market, the New York Knicks should rush to sign him. We need a backup four. He checks that spot. We need more shooting. He checks that spot. He's okay playing spot minutes. Checks that spot. And he can be effective and efficient as soon as he's entered into the game. Checks that box too. And under the New York Knicks offense, when they're running a Jalen Brunson heavy ISO with Julius Randle, with RJ Barrett, the corners are going to be open. Who's going to be in the corners? Davis Bertans. So that means his percentage from three is going to go up. His value is only going to go up. And he's going to be a key and important piece for this Knicks team or for wherever he goes. Please, let's not shoot this idea down or be negative on it. I know he's not available yet, but OKC has too many players on the roster, and they're going to prioritize youth over veterans right now because that's the trajectory of where OKC is headed right now. They are commanded by youth already. Jalen Williams, SGA, Chet coming back, all youth. All people they believe in. Josh Giddey, youth. All people they believe in. If OKC buys out Davis Bertans, the New York Knicks absolutely should strike and try to add him to the roster. He fits a need. He already fits a position that we absolutely need for the roster next season to give Julius Randle a break. He can shoot the three. He's a career 39% three-point shooter, near 40% actually for his career, which is absolutely what we need. For his size, that impact for the New York Knicks should be so key, especially in playoff games when the corners are open and you have your drivers in RJ, in Julius, in Jalen, all going into the paint and the defense is collapsing there. And then you got your corners open and free. He could have a major role and major part of this team because of how good he can shoot the three. Imagine playing a small ball lineup with him at the 4 and Randle at the 5. That could be so effective and work so well because Randle is most effective and he's so good at using his strength inside to bully others. And if he's doubled or tripled inside and he has an open Bertans at the corner who can knock down that three with effectiveness and efficiency, I like that. I like that matchup. I like that lineup, and I think it works. And if you could get him for cheap, that's a great upgrade because it looks like the New York Knicks are looking to make their roster just a little bit better next season than it was this past season because they're okay with building this roster patiently until the star that they want becomes available at the right price that they're willing to trade for. If not, they're going to continue to add pieces through free agency, through key trades, and also through great contract additions. And adding David Bertans, if available, at a very cheap, inexpensive price, would be perfect for the New York Knicks. And it would be a great addition and complement what they're already doing in regards to their patient roster building approach. So if available, the Knicks need to strike and need to strike immediately. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a comment below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans. Peace.